from Tehran. Let's now go to Jerusalem. Noga Tarnopolsky is our correspondent there, awaiting us. Noga, good evening to you. Israel awaiting a US green light to return Iran to the Stone Age. These are the words of Israel's Defense Minister, Israel Katz. Give us the sense of what is happening there, what the reaction is there. What are you expecting?
I don't really know what to expect, Mark. We're in a very strange limbo, a sort of stalemate or impasse. And there are real concerns that this war, which, as Reza said, is not really a hot war right now, but definitely is not a cold war, that this could turn into a wasting and very long war of attrition in which US forces are deployed, Israeli forces and Israeli society is on alert, but the war doesn't heat up into mutual bombings again the way it did starting February 28th for about a month. I'm hearing, as you quoted, very tough, kind of adolescent talk from top Israeli officials. We also heard tonight, though, in a briefing from the Israel Defense Forces that Israel was not behind any attack on Tehran or on Iran tonight. So we still don't know what those sounds that Reza described were, but the Israeli forces deny having anything to do with it. And we see the Israeli government making very belligerent noises, not just about a return to a war with Iran, which obviously has massive implications for Israelis who are just starting to send their kids back to school, just starting to contemplate moving back to houses that were partially wrecked or completely wrecked. So this is a very disturbing reality, but we're hearing similarly I would say conflicting and belligerent sounds regarding Lebanon as well. The final kind of breaking bit of news I could give you tonight, also from the Israel Defense Forces, they say that they attacked hundreds of targets in Lebanon. The scope of these targets is not made clear, but my understanding is that somewhere north of the Litani River, they say they killed 25 terrorists in 50 strikes. And again, it sounds, from the statements, it sounds more like war than a country heading into negotiations at the White House in 2 hours.
Indeed, we expected to be talking about talks. They're yet to actually take place. This will be the second round of talks between Israel and Lebanon. Noga, do you have any insight as to where we are with that?
Well, first of all, one interesting detail is that the talks were moved from the State Department to the White House. Here in Israel, we're hearing indications, rumors that Donald Trump himself may either sit in on part of these talks that, remember, are being held just at an ambassadorial level, or may just come by to say hello, but that somehow he wants to be part of this. We heard from the Lebanese Prime Minister today, Joseph Aoun, saying in response to Donald Trump's invitation to him and to the Israeli Prime Minister to come to the White House the next few days, he said he had no interest whatsoever in meeting Mr. Netanyahu, that he'd be happy to meet Donald Trump. The Lebanese are making it clear that as long as Israel is holding a buffer zone in the south of their territory, there's nothing to really talk about. And so these are very preliminary talks today at the White House. The Israelis are being very contradictory. On the one hand, as I told you, this announcement about pretty massive airstrikes on Lebanon. But on the other hand, when the Lebanese requested today, as far as I know, a ceasefire extending to between 30 and 40 days, the Israeli government responded that it has no dispute with Lebanon regarding that. So again, we're walking a very fine line, and I think the situation remains volatile, though between Israel and Lebanon, we may be seeing some signs of softening.
Noga, as always, thank you very much indeed for your analysis. It's much appreciated. Noga Tarnopolsky, our correspondent in Jerusalem. Thank you.